Good morning, good day, good evening, depending on the time you're catching this broadcast. It's your boy Pedro again. So, I'm here to give you the latest updates on what is happening in the markets. My apologies once again for taking this long to drop a broadcast. Due to this has been due to forces beyond my little control, like force major on my own part, and I take the blame for everything. It's entirely my fault. So, with your blessings, I'm going to be diving straight in. I've dropped an update on the Trade Science broadcast. You can see that link in the description below. So, I'm just going to be giving you an update on the current state of the market. So, if you've been following my channel for a while now, then nothing should you should be have a sound knowledge as to how this game is being played. Nothing should take you by surprise anymore. So what you see now, is it new? Or, is it new? What you see currently happening in the market, is it new? The answer is definitely a capital no. No, no. What you see now is definitely not new. We are seeing a repetition of what we've seen several times in the past during this um, over 2 months, getting to 3 months consolidation from the marketplace. So it's the same thing when prices get to the top of this consolidation. There's a whole lot of excitement and noise in the marketplace. And when we get to the bottom, there's a whole lot of noise and panic as to the markets heading further down south to a proper downtrend. And I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say that again. This game is more of psychological than physical pressing of buy and sell buttons. What you see currently happening in the marketplace has got even a whole lot of experts confused. I've seen a whole lot of crap being put out on the internet and on social media platforms from well renowned and acclaimed experts saying, making a whole lot of predictions, and what we see happen in the marketplace, it's simple and it's a mind game being played by the market makers, the short callers of this industry. These guys are playing a game, so you need to understand this game. You need to be steps ahead of them as to know how this game is played and be able to beat them at it if you can. Else you just chill and let them play till when they're done exhausting the majority of the marketplace. So, as usual, as has been the case in the past, we've headed back to the top of this consolidation, something that we failed to do um, for almost 2 months or so. Let's say 1.5 months. For almost 1.5 months, we failed to get to the top of this consolidation. That means the bears have mounted, have taken past 1.5 months or so, have been controlled and ruled by the bears. So that led to fears as to whether the market will be heading south completely. But it was all a game of the mind. These were all mind games being played by the makers, the whales, as to give you the impression that yes, we're gonna go south. Yeah, and the signs were looking like as if yeah, so that probably gonna go south. But if the signs continue to go in that direction, we're definitely going to head south. But I knew with my strongest conviction that things were not going to head south. But those signs were needed to. I needed to just educate people on those signs to look out for. Just be ready. But right deep inside me, I knew these things were. This game was not yet to. It wasn't yet time for. It wasn't game over yet from these guys. These guys who can keep doing this, like I've said before, they can keep doing this for 12 months and they won't even break a sweat. So to head straight into action and not to beat so much about the bush, I'm just gonna be telling you some few points once again for educational purpose or purposes. Um, going to be educating you as to a breakdown of what is happening. You know, um, we we try to rally up to this 42K region, and then we needed to get past this region. Like I've always said, that this is a region and not a level. If you see this as a region of as a level, you're going to lose it completely. I've made mention of this in the last broadcast as to the fact that this region, rather than level, played out perfectly to the downside when there was a break below the 30K level. If you had to come in here with a short position, you get wrecked so bad within a matter of hours, or lucky if you're lucky enough, they take a couple of days, maybe one or two, for you to get wrecked really well, depending on your risk, of course. So the market closed below the 30K level, and then because we're looking if we're looking at this as a region, we're still within the region despite this break below 30K. So we're still within this region, which is a demand region. We're able to bounce from that region back to the upside. But if you're to look at it as a level, you would enter a short position and you get wrecked, and then that danger of entering a short position at a key support level would have would have been so bad on you. So this has also played out perfectly at this resistance level at the top of this consolidation. We had um, after a serious battle to get to, you can see that the moment we got to this top side, there's been a serious battle. You can see multiple rejections of the base of this top side, which comes at around 40.5K. There were three rejections before an eventual break into the region properly, which happened on the 30th. And that coincided with a close above. The moment we're able to break above the 40.5, we're able to close above 42K. And then people were getting all excited and then thinking, yeah, we're in. And I kept warning them that no, 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 this is a region and not a level. We need to get past this region. And you can see very well that when we close above it was not funny anymore. As you can see that it's been down, down, down. We close above 42K. So if you had to come in here because you saw it as a level rather than a region, and you enter the short position, you can see how fast you would have gotten wrecked. So what happened here at the bottom has also played out perfectly here at the top as well. So because we're looking at it as a region, and we uh, we had to wait till the region was fully compromised before making a case for a north direction. So you can see that this has once again played up to be very, very pivotal and crucial as the Bears have been able to defend this region so well. And now, after so much excitement of an uptrend and all that crap from the marketplace, we are now headed back south again. So that is what it is, what it is right now in the marketplace. And I came to observe that, well, first of all, the signs that we needed to look out for to know that, to validate our downside bias, was the fact that after this, we're failing to make, fail to make, we try to make more, the moment we're making higher highs, micro level higher highs, and higher lows. So that was a sign that the bullish momentum was strong. But the moment we started losing that momentum was when uh, we started making lower lows and then lower highs. And this started to be the case as from 1st of August. The moment we got into the new month, this was the case. We lost the momentum. We were unable to make, okay, we managed to make a higher high of 42,605, but this was countered in like manner by the bears with a lower low. And then yesterday finally confirmed the fact that we were heading south from my this. You can see that this was, we made a lower low and a lower high yesterday as at close of the day. This was also in confluence and so it was in confluence and in coincidence with the fact that yes, there was a proper break of this ascending channel that was formed by this strong bullish rally. There was a break on the first after on the close of the 1st August day, but it was not a convincing break. But this was further confirmed by yesterday's candle, and then there was some sort of retest, which was well defended by the sellers. So this was further confirmation that yeah, we're headed back south. So we needed to form so more confirmations would need to be successive formation of lower lows and lower highs as to heading as to support our bearish bias. And so far we're forming another lower high, and we've already formed a lower high, and a lower low has already been formed. So this, even as things stand, it's still early. The day is still young, but the signs are looking more bearish than bullish. So the Bulls had a last chance to see if they could, if this could all be a pullback for them. So they had to beat low, this low coming on the 30th of July, which is sitting at around 38,342 from my chart here. They needed to, this was the low they needed to defend as to have any chance of, this was like their last chance to have a chance of a pullback rather than a south side bias from the bears. So, but this, with this new low being formed today for 38, okay, I think that is still intact. So, this is being defended at the moment as we speak. So, this is the last chance. It's either the Bulls are able to defend this and have a chance of a pullback, or the Bears will need to, once the Bears are able to take this out at the close of the day, before the close of today, then we know that I think the last chance for the Bulls to bounce back would be over, to be the battle finally have been lost to the Bears as to heading south. So I'm going to drill down to the 4 hour chart to tell you, give a more detailed breakdown of what is going on. So first of all, I'm going to tell you of the fact that yes, we had a double top being formed here on the first, after we made the new higher high of 42,605. This also formed a double top, which also a mini double top, which has played out perfectly even to the downside target as well. So currently now, what we're looking at is a potential head and shoulders pattern on the 4 hour chart. Here is the first head, left head and shoulder rather. Here's the head, and then we're looking at the potential shoulder, right shoulder has been formed. So we need to beat this. So this low on 30th July of 38,342 needs to be beaten by the Bears to finally confirm the head and shoulders pattern. So you can see that this, you can see how crucial this 38,342 is to the marketplace as things stand, because aside the fact that the Bears need to beat it, the Bulls need to defend it in order to have any chance of a bounce back. You can also see that the Bears need it to, it's in confluence with the fact that the Bears need to break it as well to have, to stand, to solidify and validate their chance of heading down south. So a break below a 4 hour close below this 38,342 would validate the head and shoulders pattern, and then with a downside target of around 35,060, around 35K thereabouts. So if we're able to beat that, then we should be looking at a first target of around 35K with the possibility of heading further down south to even 32, 31, 30K, as has been the case, because it's clear that the game is not over and that the Bulls are, the whole constellation is still intact. So I'm going to also be showing you how it's playing out on major odds. So here is Solana. The current bearish bias is being shared by the major alts. I'm just going to point out on three major alts. So here is oh, damn it. This is excuse me. It's charts. So this is Ethereum. Ethereum. This is BNB. BNB. Here is Solana. Solana. Okay, so we can see clearly here that we have a potential double top being formed here on the Solana daily chart. That means, and you can see it's already playing out. So we have a neckline at around 22 thereabout to beat. So you can see For BNB as well, we have a double top that is being shown here, and it's playing out, potential double top being formed already as well.